Every single student in America is exhausted. Every single parent in our country is exhausted.
Well, hundreds of students took to the Capitol in Lansing today to ask lawmakers once again to stop gun violence from affecting yet another Michigan school. Our political reporter Rachel Louise Josh was there as some of the nation's loudest voices against gun violence spoke out in support of MSU students.
Students taking time off on the first day of classes today to sit and share a simple message: do something. Ariel Foster left campus just 10 minutes before shots rang out last Monday night. Now, a week later, she's a few miles down the road in Lansing, asking for more to be done to protect her and her fellow students.
We think it should be more regulation on safety precautions and things of that nature, and definitely, getting down to gun control.
Ariel is joined today by lawmakers and a fellow school shooting survivor, David Hogg, who helped found March for Our Lives after living through the Parkland shooting.
I can respect people that don't agree with me, but I can't accept the fact that there is nothing that we can do to end gun violence, not just in communities that look like MSU, but in every single community in our country. We have to focus on what we can agree on.
Ariel is part of a group of hundreds of students today who rallied at the Capitol, demanding the legislature pass basic gun reform laws, red flag laws, universal background checks, and safe storage requirements.
If we had had safe storage, if we would have had ERPO in place, we might still have Ariel. We've got Brian.
Speakers who have lived through multiple mass shootings breaking down, and they're pleading to lawmakers to not let one more shooting happen here in Michigan. As lawmakers and students spoke about gun legislation this morning, a local gun rights group announced its plan to recall anyone supporting those bills.
Our concern is that, the shooting just happened last Monday, and just 4 days after that, we're already filing bills.
Great Lakes Gun Rights says it will organize a recall election for any lawmaker who votes to pass gun safety measures.
We believe this is a rights issue. This is not just gun rights. This is due process rights. This is a wide range of rights that are that could be trampled on.
That proposal prompting strong words from Hogg.
What about the rights of my 14 classmates? They don't have a Second Amendment right. They don't have a first. They don't have a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or any other right, because they're dead. Ultimately, with rights come responsibilities, and no right is totally absolute.
A Senate committee is expected to vote on those 11 bills sometime this week.
All right, Keith, thank you. Developing tonight, Consumers Energy is working to install some 20 miles of new electric lines that will run through Van Buren County. Tonight, News Channel 3's Autumn Pitcher spoke with neighbors who are not happy about these new lines running through their neighborhoods. Autumn.
Yes, Andy, I spoke to a veteran today that has a memorial right in the front of his yard that he fears will have to be torn down as a result of this project. Consumers Energy's high voltage transmission line proposal would span 20 miles between Matawan and Lawrence.
I've heard lots of anger, and then again, I've also seen a lot of people that were not aware.
Several Van Buren County neighbors upset about the project, including Julia Richardson, claiming the lines would run through residential properties.
We're not even sure we're going to be able to live here because of how close the wires will be to our home.
8 years ago, Richardson moved her farmhouse off a main road to enjoy the peaceful nature and wildlife that now surrounds her home.
It's just devastating. We're going to lose our privacy. We're going to lose our trees. We're going to lose the field full of milkweeds where the monarch butterflies are.
However, Josh Pachorik with Consumers Energy believes the project will support the growth of Van Buren County.
Consumers Energy is hoping to be able to make sure that we're able to deliver more reliable, more resilient energy to all of our customers in the area 24/7.
Richardson shows me two sides of her property engulfed in trees that she anticipates to lose.
There's a huge white pine forest right behind me, and it's going to take out 160 feet of that.
Consumers Energy officials tell News Channel 3 they're working with local, state, and federal partners to mitigate environmental concerns.
All throughout our history, we have made it a commitment to do right by the communities that we serve. And that, and that means also taking care of the environment.
Navy veteran Jerry Labadie built his house 20 years ago. He's also worried about the memorial in his yard being torn down.
They're just going to come in here, rip everything out of here, and, oh, yeah, by the way, take my house. and then I will be without a house.
Labadie believes there are safer alternative routes for the lines to go.
The red line is where we're at. If you see all the twists and turns, how many? The green line is the one that goes out to I-94.
Paciorek supports the current model.
The route that is being planned was chosen to follow along existing power lines as much as possible.
Van Buren County residents tell me the power lines will crush their property values.
We love it here, and it isn't right for big business to take advantage of small landowners.
Consumers Energy is hosting 2 upcoming meetings, one on the 21st and the other on the 28th, with the hopes of answering any questions or concerns from community members about this project. Live in Van Buren County, Autumn Pitcher, News Channel 3.